Hello everyone, welcome back to Sujit Analytics. This is a continuation of SQL tutorials for beginners. In this today's video, I'll be explaining aggregate functions in SQL. In the previous videos, I explained DDL, DML, DCL, TCL, and DQL commands. I'll provide the links in the description. Make sure to watch and share it with your friends who are learning SQL. And coming to aggregate functions in SQL are functions which is used to perform aggregate operations on the data, including sum, count, maximum, minimum, and average. These are the aggregate functions in SQL. Sum, count, maximum, minimum, average. Let's understand each function with example. First, sum. Here, sum function is used to add the values in a column. Adds the or sum of the values in a column. Suppose select use sum function without using a column. 1 plus 5 plus 10. When we execute it, the result would be 16. The sum of 1, 5, 10 is 16. So a sum function is used to add the values. In the same way, when we apply on the columns, suppose in my database I have customers table. Let's query customers, query orders. In the orders table, I have order ID, customer ID, and the sale amount. Now I want to sum up the total sale amount. For that, I can use select sum of the column name would be sale amount because we are summing the sale amount from orders table. So the total sale amount would be 3047.74. You can give a alias name, a temporary name, total sales amount. Total sales amount is 3047.74. So this is the sum function. But instead of applying the sum function on the specific column, I want to find the total sale amount made by each customer. This function is applicable on the sale amount column. But now I want to find the total sale amount made by each customer. For that, we need to add the customer. We need to customer ID. To do that, columns order ID column is not invalid. Is invalid in the set list because it's not contained in aggregate function or a group by clause. So when we use aggregate functions in the set list, any other columns, we have to use the columns in the group by clause because we are applying this sum onto this customer ID. For every group, we are applying this sum of sale amount. For that, we have to group the customer ID. Then on the group, we are applying some function. Let's execute that. For every customer, it is returning the total sale amount. For customer 1, 371.25. For customer 2, 630, and so on. So this is about group by. It groups the rows into groups the rows and perform operations on the grouped rows. So this is about sum function. Next, we have count function. The count function is nothing but is used to count the values in a column. Counts the values in a column. Suppose in our orders table we have 5 customer order details. Count of we have to specify the expression means the column name we can give. Column name I want to give is customer ID from orders. The count will be 9. Why? Because in our orders table there are some duplicate values. Let's check that. See, in our orders table, the customer ID is duplicated, means customer 1 is repeated 2 times, and customer 2 is repeated 2 times, and 4 is repeated 2 times, so on. So this count function counts the duplicate values too. But if I want to not count the duplicate values, for that we have to use the distinct function, the distinct keyword. When we use distinct keyword, we count only the distinct customers. Now the distinct customers will be only 5. When we are not using the distinct keyword, it counting all the duplicate values. So that is, suppose in the same way, I apply count function on the each for every customer in the like previous function previous query we use some function or the every customer. Same way we can use on every customer ID. So here also same error. Column orders dot customer ID is invalid in the select list because it is not contain a aggregate function or a group by class. So this is when we are using the aggregate functions. When we have another columns in the select list, we make sure to use the columns in the group by list or the aggregate functions. So let's group by customer ID. Now execute it. See, for customer 1, there are 2 records. For customer 2, 2. Customer 3, 2. Customer 4, 2 records. Customer 5, only 1 record. So for every customer, it counting the number of records present in the table. So this is about count function. Next, average function. Your average function is used to return the average value in a column. Average or mean, you can say, value in a column. Suppose if we select average 1, 2, 2, 3, the average would be the average function requires only one argument. We cannot give multiple arguments. Let's use average function on a column. In our RS table, we have sale amount. So on that sale amount, I want to use average function. Sale amount from orders. I think it is sale amount. Yeah. the average sale amount would be 338.637. Can give a temporary name, average sale amount. Now the sale amount is 338.63. So it turns the average value. We know that average formula is sum of all values by number of values. In the same way, it will calculate the average in a column. Just use average function for every customer ID. Let's copy and paste this customer ID. So when we use this customer ID in the set list, we have to make sure we have to group by in the group by class. Customer ID. So for every customer, it will turn the average sale amount. Number one, the sale amount, average sale amount would be 185.625. For second person, 315. For third, 725.245, and so on. So this is the average function. And next, minimum function. Here, minimum function is used to obtain the minimum value in a column. And the minimum value in a column. Suppose in my, and we have also maximum function. I will explain minimum and maximum same time. Minimum sale amount as same way I use maximum. This MX keyword. Let's give a alias name, minimum amount as maximum amount. Let's execute it. Now the minimum sale amount would be 75.75 and the maximum amount would be 999.99. So this is the about minimum and maximum function. You can also use this minimum function on groups. Customer ID. We have to group by customer ID. Because we are finding the customer ID, minimum sale amount for every customer ID. That's why we have to use group by function. I will explain what is group by function at the end of the video. See, for every customer, returning the minimum amount and maximum amount. So this is about minimum and maximum functions. Now let's understand what is group by. The group by function is used to group the rows. When we use group by function, it retains only distinct values. Suppose in my customers table, I have different customers, but when I use group by function on this customer ID, customers from customers, and let's say ours, not customers. This is about orders is executed. In a customer table, we have this much of customers, but the it returning the duplicate values. Let's use with the group by clause by customer ID. Also, when we use the group by function, returning the only the distinct values, giving this grouping the rows. When the group by class is duplicate values, it returning the group by returning the groups, converting in the groups. So one is converted to one group, now two, three, four, five. So this group by function is used to group the rows. So the main function of group by class is not to return the distinct values, but is used to use with the aggregate functions like sum, maximum, minimum, count, average. It also can be also used with the window functions. In the next upcoming videos, I will be explaining window functions and other joins, subqueries. So it will be easy to you. So this is about group by class. And this is about today. Hope you understand something. If you believe you learned something today, don't forget to give a like and share it with your friends who are learning SQL. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to stay updated with my latest tutorials. That's all. If you have any doubts, come write the comments. I will make sure to read the comments and give response to you. And that's all. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.